So today we have Mark with us, Mark Lodicki. We worked together for about a year and a half, and it feels really good to sit down and discuss the transformation that you went through, Mark, and both internally and externally. I want to start with you telling us a little bit about where you were, a year and a half ago when we first started chatting. What exactly were you experiencing at that time, and what made you jump into this with me?
A couple years ago, I was in a space where I had recently just purchased a business, got into a bunch of debt, and been grinding it out for about 6 or 7 months, trying to grow the thing, doubled the business, doubled the staff, income was doing good, just grinding up, focusing business. Found a new girlfriend, started investing into that. And through all that stuff, I forgot about myself. And I got a bunch of stuff, but I also got fat. And so it felt I was out of energy, wasn't able to, got the midday blues. About 2 o'clock, I was feeling my eyes started to shut down, just not living the way that I felt that I should be living. And after all this time of basically doing it myself, I got my CPA, got my CFP, started the business, bought the business. All these things I've done, a lot of it on my own. And so I always thought that, I'm a smart guy. I can do all these things. All I have to do is put in effort. But there's some things which I can't just put in more effort. Obviously, I lost the script, and it was because of Josh and those kinds of things that I was able to kind of find it.
So yeah, a year and a half, 2 years ago, you just bought the business, you were hustling, you're grinding, your relationship, forgot about yourself. How did it feel internally?
It was tough. I mean, I knew that I was a high performer and where I came from. I mean, ex-military, all these kinds of things. And I think not having that energy and not having that motivation. I was motivated, but it was very, I almost felt like purposefulness, less like I didn't have any purpose anymore. Like I had stuff to do, but no reason to do it. And it was just grinding and energy and just more. And I kind of lost, like I said, lost that script a little bit of like what meaning was and why am I even doing that?
Okay, so then, together we started on the program, the one-on-one program to improve body composition. So that meant losing fat, building some muscle, but then also just for you, it was getting the habits back and starting to develop the routines. That was big for you, right? Starting simple, 100%. Building some routines, and we kept falling back on that. It's all about the routine, like the habits. If they're the right habits, which they were, they will build you into the person that will then get the result that you want.
Essentially.
Yeah.
It was giving me that space and that permission to care about myself and not just the external stuff, is bringing it back home.